Silverwood's Boulder Beach just got a major upgrade and we went to check it out. Kids are splashing through new slides. There's a record-breaking water coaster, plus brand new cabanas, and fresh food spots in the park. We're breaking down what's great and what could use some work about the new Emerald Forest expansion at Boulder Beach. Here's what's new, what to know, and how to make the most of your visit with kids. This was our first time at Boulder Beach, the water park side of Silverwood Theme Park in Athol, Idaho. We visited as a multigenerational family with 2 young kids, ages 3 and 6, 2 adults, and 1 grandparent, so we've got insights for families of all shapes and sizes. After a stop at the information booth to rent a mobility scooter for Grandma, we made our way to the Boulder Beach entrance, which doubles as the gift shop as you exit. The shop appeared to have everything you might need, such as sunscreen, hats, towels, swimsuits, flip-flops, even waterproof cases for your phone. The first attraction you see is Pollywog Park, a structure made up of stairs and slides, water blasters galore for kids to climb, splash, explore. But I'm not here to cover all the attractions at Boulder Beach. I want to focus on what's new for 2025, the Emerald Forest expansion. In this expansion, Boulder Beach has vastly expanded their footprint, added attractions for guests of all ages, added dining options, and locations to lounge at a cost. Let's take a look. As I walk around, I'm again impressed by the beautiful flowering gardens found throughout Silverwood. Northern Flights is a new establishment, serving up frozen alcoholic and non-alcoholic slushies, sodas, and draft beers. You can get souvenir refillable cups throughout the park and get them restocked with tasty concoctions. If you opted to rent a cabana in the Emerald Forest, this is also where you will check in. We chose not to rent one this time, but I would consider it for next time. If you choose to rent one in the Emerald Forest area, you will be right next to one of the newest and most unique coaster experiences, Eagle Hunt. Eagle Hunt is the first dueling water coaster in the West and the longest at 925 feet dueling water coaster in the United States. There are 2 lanes, so you can race each other and against the clock, getting blasted by water jets up and then letting gravity take you down over and over again until you reach the bottom. The height and weight requirements for the riders can be seen here. Feel free to pause the video as math will be required. My husband wanted to go on this attraction, however, the line was looking very daunting for us to even attempt to wait it out. We opted to cool off and float along in the lazy river instead. Next, let's take a look at the new cabanas. These are separate from the original ones located between the wave pools, and they offer a huge perk. They're much closer to Salmon Run and Eagle Hunt, which is great if your kids want to stay near the splash zone or water coaster. Each cabana rents for $300 per day and accommodates up to 6 guests. Inside you'll find 2 lounge chairs, 4 regular chairs, and a table. Plenty of space to relax, eat, and take breaks in the shade. The rental also includes 2 souvenir towels and 2 inflatable tubes, which come in handy when the lazy river gets busy and all the free tubes are taken. You can see just how close these cabanas are to the action. Perfect for parents who want to rest or eat while still keeping an eye on the kids, running back and forth to the slides. Next up is Salmon Run, the new kids area, featuring 8 small slides and a splash pad. We were excited to try it out, but honestly the layout was a bit disappointing. The biggest issue, not enough shade and very hot pavement. Our kids needed water shoes just to walk comfortably, but water shoes aren't allowed on the slides, so they kept having to take them off and on. I think the area would feel much more kid-friendly if they had expanded the splash pad to cover more ground. As it is, our kids were running through the splash zone just to avoid the burning pavement on the way to the slides. Now, the kids' slides are for those under 54 inches. However, someone over 54 inches can be allowed to accompany a rider on the Chinook slide, which I will point out in a moment. This wide blue slide is the Chinook. So that one, a parent could accompany a child on it, or an older sibling if they're over 54 inches. Now, the slides are all a little different, and my kids had a blast testing them all out. Lifeguards were around to keep everyone safely moving along. However, I noticed these slides had some new technology, sensors, on the bottom of each slide at the exit, so when a child exited, it triggered a light on top to turn green to signal the next rider they could now go safely. There's plenty of lounge chairs here. Unfortunately, people line up an hour before opening time to claim them with their belongings. There are more cabanas on this side. Let's take a quick peek inside one so you can get an idea of the space and the shade you can enjoy here. I for one appreciate this personal trash can outside each cabana. That's a nice touch. Between the cabanas and the restrooms, there are villas. These are available to rent for groups of up to 20 people at a cost of $600 for the day. It could be a good choice for larger celebrations and parties. The new restrooms were spacious and clean, no complaints. With lots of outdoor eating space, the new eatery Rapids Grill has quick grab-and-go options that won't hurt your wallet. It's not fancy, but it will do the trick. The last new addition for Emerald Forest is the changing rooms. I use them at the end of the day, and they are spacious enough to share with the kids, which was nice. There was a bench to sit on, and they were surprisingly cool inside, despite looking like a wooden box in the hot sun. After that, we're by the wave pools. I was pleased to see there were plenty of life jackets around to borrow. That's what we did for our kids. That concludes our update on everything new at Boulder Beach 2025. We think Eagle Hunt is really cool looking, and hopefully we can try it next time. My tip I'll leave with you is bring a wagon to carry all your stuff in. Water bottles, souvenir cups, towels, change of clothes. It's a lot. Just chuck it in the wagon, park it somewhere, and go float in the lazy river. Are you heading to Boulder Beach this summer? Let me know in the comments what's your favorite thing to do there. Now follow the wonder. Map you next time.